Hello Russian learners, Oksana here, welcome to my channel. So today we're continuing with our Russian studies, and this video is going to be about a very important point in the grammar of the Russian language, which is how to form a simple negative sentence. And if you watched my previous videos, I've already made a video about how to form a basic sentence, which is the equivalent of the English construction using this is, which in Russian is это. Let's just write an English example first. For example, this is a book. So that is like an affirmative sentence, which means this is a book, like you see something, you point it out, and you say that this is something. And in Russian, this will look like это книга. So if you remember, we only translate this, which is это, and the noun, which is book here, which is книга. So the verb in these types of sentences is omitted, and the articles are never used. They don't exist in the Russian language. So if we're trying to make a negative sentence of this example, it will be this is not a book. So in English, as you can see, the negative sentence is created by inserting the negative particle, which is not, and the same system exists in the Russian language. We also use a negative particle, which is an equivalent of this not word, and in Russian, not has the equivalent, and it is не. So this particle not is translated into не in Russian. And like in English language, this negative word не is put it directly precedes the part of the sentence that it is negating. So basically, like in this example, this is not a book. You are negating the fact that this thing you are pointing out is not a book. So the same thing with Russian. If we are negating something, we put the particle не in front of the notion that we are negating. So this sentence will be translated as это не книга. So we're putting the не in front of книга, the noun, because we are negating that noun. So не книга. This is not a book. This is something else. So basically, the structure stays the same as in English, and again, we are not using we're just not using the verb is. And we're not using the article because they don't exist in the Russian language. So this is not a book, это не книга. Это книга, это не книга. So I think it is pretty easy. But of course, let us go with some other examples. Let's take this sentence. Он ученый. Which means, of course, he is a scientist. So, if we are going from the English translation, how we will form the negative sentence here, we will use the particle not and we'll say he is not a scientist. He is not a scientist, but in Russian we are using не instead of not, and the word order stays the same. We're just inserting it in front of the noun we are negating. We are negating that he is a scientist. We are negating the word ученый. So the translation will be он не ученый. Он не ученый. So in English it will be he is not a scientist. So I think that's clear. And of course, let's take another example. Они из Франции. Они из Франции. It will be translated as they are from France. So how we put it in the negative way, connotation? So we have to negate that they are from France. So we are putting не in front of France. Sorry, in front of из Франции. So which means from France. And that will be они не из Франции. Они не из Франции. They are not from France. So we're negating the fact that they're from France. So we're putting the не, not, in front of this word combination is Франции. Let us take also another example. Let's just take the example when we are answering a question. For example, a person asks you, это твоя комната. In English it will be, is this your room? Is this your room? So if you remember that in English when we're making this type of sentences into a question, we put the verb in the first place, and thus we are creating a question. But in Russian it is all just in the intonation, in how you are pronounced that question. So you have to make a special intonation, like «Это твоя комната? Это твоя комната?» And how you will answer saying that no, it is not my room. You will say no, like in English, нет. And you want to say that it is not your room, and you will continue with «Это не моя комната». Это не моя комната. So I think that's clear. Now let's take another example. Это хороший стул. Is this a good chair? Хороший стул, хороший good, and stool, chair. So a person asks you, is this a good chair? And you want to say, no, it is not a good chair. You will put the particle не in front of the notion you are negating that it is хороший стул, and you will answer это не хороший стул. This is not a good chair. This is not a good chair. Это не хороший стул. And another example I also wanted to talk to you about. Let me write this in English first, so that will be easier for you to understand. Is this a book? Like, for example, a person asks, and you answer, no, this is not a book. It is a journal. You can say it like this, but you can also use a word but. So you can say, no, this is not a book, but a journal. How do you say a sentence like this in Russian? So, for example, let's translate it. So, is this a book? Is this a book? A person asks you. In Russian you will say «Это книга?» And the person will answer «No, it is not a book». Нет. Это не книга. And in English, like in our example, no, this is not a book, but a journal. So this but in Russian has also the equivalent, and the equivalent is this short word «а», like a vowel, like a letter «а». Нет, это не книга, а журнал. А журнал, which is journal, or, sorry, magazine. А журнал. Нет, это не книга, а журнал. Or magazine, journal or magazine. So, but here has the equivalent as a. Это книга. Is this a book? No, it is not a book. Нет, это не книга, but a journal. А журнал. So that is another variation of how you can form a negative sentence when answering a question. So I hope that is clear. Let me give you another example for today. Is this a table? Like a person asks. So a person asks, is this a table? In Russian you will form it like this. Это стол. Это стол. And the person answers, no, this is not a table. In Russian it will be нет. Это not не table, стол. But a chair. No, this is not a table, but a chair. Нет, это не стул, не стол, а стул. So that's how these types of sentences are pronounced in Russian, into Russian language. So not has the equivalent of не, and but has an equivalent as a. Не and a. So that is the way you form these simple, very simple negative sentences in Russian. I hope it is clear. You just have to, first of all, you have to know how to form a simple affirmative sentence, which is the equivalent of this is in English, which is translated into Russian using the word это. And afterwards, after that, it will be easier for you to form a negative sentence using the negative particle not, which in Russian has the equivalent of не. So I hope that this lesson was helpful to you and made it easier for you to understand this very important grammatical point. And of course, if you have any questions, write them down in the commentary section under the video. I will definitely answer all of them. And please also support this video with your thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel so that you will not miss out on further video lessons. So thank you for watching. Good luck with your studies. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye.